Hey guys, Pupsker here, and today we're talking about the fact that Saryn Prime is getting vaulted most likely next month in December. So we're gonna go over some places to farm her, why you should farm her, and generally why it's probably a good idea to get Saryn Prime right now before she actually gets vaulted. Now, the primes that are getting vaulted next month are allegedly going to be Saryn Prime, Nikana Prime, and a Spira Prime. So I'm going to go over where to farm all of these. Now, the hardest one to farm is most likely going to be the Nikana Prime, because it only has 9 different locations to drop, while the Spira Prime has 13, and the Saryn Prime has 16. Really, it's not too bad. So let's go over first off where to farm Saryn Prime. Now, the blueprints drop in 4 different locations. The first is Lith S4, the second is Meso C3, the third is Meso S4, and the last is Neo S1. So if you're going to be wanting to farm the blueprints up really fast, I would say go to Meso, because if you're with a random group, you have the highest chance of them picking either Meso C3 or Meso S4 to actually get the drops. Of course, you can still do Lith and Neo, all good choices because the prime parts do drop literally everywhere. So really, you're going to be in luck no matter what. Now, the Neuroptics drop in Lith A1, Meso S5, and Neo V4. Yeah, all different places, really go to any one of them. It really makes no difference. It's just up to you which relics you actually have. So, yeah, either one is really fine. Now, the systems drop in Lith H1, Meso C1, Meso F1, Meso N4, Neo N5, Axi T1, and Axi G1. Yeah, the systems are by far the most commonly dropped with the highest amount of drop locations. You can pretty much farm it anywhere. Yeah, no, you can literally farm it anywhere. It has 1 drop location for each 4 of the relic types, so really you're fine. If you want it faster, just go to Meso. It has 3 drops in Meso. Also, Axi's pretty good, but Axi's really the rarest, hardest relic type to find, so it's up to you. I'd go to Meso to farm pretty much everything, because you can get lucky, and people can use Saryn Prime relics, and they can get Saryn Prime drops no matter what. I actually do really like the new relic system, but I'll get into that later. Now, last thing, the chassis is in Meso S2 and Neo S2. So you're definitely either going to be wanting to farm Meso or Neo, because the chassis and Neuroptics do both drop there, while they don't drop in Axi, but the Neuroptics do drop in Lith. Oh, I will throw up my amazing notepad document to show all of the locations, just in case if you want to screenshot it. I'll do that right now. So it's really useful. I kind of organized it, but not really well. So for Saryn Prime, there's a total of 16 drops, 3 in Lith, 7 in Meso, 4 in Neo, and 2 in Axi. So if you want to farm Saryn, most likely you'll want to do it in Meso, then Neo, then Lith, then Axi. Up to you, obviously. All of the missions will eventually get you them if you're lucky enough, so in the end it doesn't really matter, but Meso by far has the most drop locations, so just keep that in mind. Now, on to the Nikana Prime. The Nikana Prime. The blade drops in Meso N4, Meso V2, and Neo N4. Yeah, guys, just go to Meso. Meso's the best. The blueprint drops in Neo N5, Neo S8, and Axi A1. Yeah, you're gonna definitely have to go to Neo and Axi for this one, and you'll see why in a second, because the Hilt drops in Neo N6, Axi N2, and Axi N4. Yeah, there's a lot for this one in Axi and Neo. The Nikana Prime in total only has 9 drop locations, not as good as Saryn as you can tell. 4 in Neo, 3 in Axi, and 2 in Meso. Honestly, it's going to be hard to farm this one up. It's the Nikana Prime, the katana of your days. Obviously, it's not the easiest to farm up, but it's not the worst. You just have to get lucky, as you always do. Maybe use your void traces, I can't remember, to get higher drops for those specific parts. Up to you, obviously. Now, the last thing we have that is going to be vaulted is the Spira Prime. The blueprints for that are in Lith N2, Lith V4, Meso V1, Meso V3, and Meso V5. So if you want to go farm it, I would definitely go to Meso and Lith for the blueprints. Those are by far the best places. The pouch drops in Lith S1, Lith S3, Lith S6, Meso S3, and Neo S8. Yeah, the pouch, the friggin' pouch drops everywhere. in Lith at least, and then just like 2 random drops in Meso and Neo. Not really amazing, but the blade drops in Lith S5, Meso S6, and Neo S3. Yeah, the blade drops in one of each, so that's going to be probably the hardest to farm, and it probably is the hardest drop to actually get as well. Now, the Spira Prime has 13 total drops, 5 in Meso, 6 in Lith, and 2 in Neo. It's not the easiest thing to farm up, but it's probably not as bad as the Nikana Prime, so I'll give it that. It's not the worst, but it's not the best. Kind of one of those situations. Now, why should you actually bother farming up the primes now? Well, you don't want to spend platinum to get Saryn Prime, Nikana Prime, or Spira Prime like 6 months to a year down the road. They won't be unvaulted for at least another year, I think the rotation is at. I think it's every 1 or 2 years that they become unvaulted, so if you don't get it now, you're going to be spending a good amount of platinum to get them in the future. So I would definitely get them now. Now the thing is, other people are also going to be wanting to spend platinum to get them in the future. So if I were you, I would get multiple parts for Saryn, Nikana, and Spira. Mostly Saryn and Nikana, because I feel like those are the 2 more popular primes out of the 3. Because I really don't think Spira has a good use in Warframe right now. I don't think it's a very good weapon for what it is. But I could be wrong, I don't use it, and I don't really know much about it. So take that with a grain of salt. I myself have Saryn Prime. I don't yet have a Nikana Prime or a Spira Prime. So I'm not planning on at all farming Saryn Prime. I'm planning on farming specifically for Nikana and Spira, but if I get a Saryn Prime drop, I'm obviously going to take that. But I probably won't take it over the Nikana or the Spira Prime. I don't think it'll take you too long to really farm these up. With the new relic system, anyone picks 1 relic and you can pick from any of their drops, as you probably know. And this makes farming for the primes a lot easier. And if you have a lot of the relics and you don't get rid of them or anything, you'll have time to farm this primes later on, even if you don't really want to now. So if you want, you can stock up on all of those relics and farm the guys later on, but that's more risky, as you may know. So I would definitely recommend just doing this now. It'll save you some time, it'll be better overall. You know, it's just good in general. So that's it for this video. If you guys liked it, appreciate it. If you like a favorite, like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.